If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what's the power of a recap and why does this matter? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming in live for HVAC Technicians Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. All right, so every single one of us at this point should have seen an infomercial, right? An infomercial, they used to only, when I was a kid, just so you know, infomercials used to only come on at like 11 o'clock at night. Like the programming would come on and then it would be like Ginsu knives, or it would be like the predecessor to it was a Bowflex, right? There was some really cool stuff that came out, and here's the things that they sold. Now, the way that the infomercials worked is if it was a 30-minute infomercial, they redid the same commercial 4 times in the 30 minutes. So for 7 minutes, they would say the same thing, they would do the same thing, but they would do it completely differently. And so I used to study infomercials. I was like, how could I use this in my sales process? Because this sounds pretty interesting and pretty neat. And one of the really good things that top infomercials did, and you know it was a top infomercial because it got on the air a ton. It got played a ton, right? That tells you it's a clue that like, hey, something's working out here because they're paying for it to work. And so one of the things that they would do is they would say, hey, here's a problem. They would give a demonstration. They would price condition, and they would put a price like way up here at the roof. What would you expect to pay for this amazing laser torch? Not $1,999, not $1,799, not $1,599, not $1,999, not $999, not $799. Like you're like, oh my goodness. Well, what is this amount? Well, before we give you that amount, here's what you need to know that this thing does. This laser torch will cut down a tree. This laser torch will shoot down a missile out of the air. This laser torch will make your life so much easier because you can blazon your name into asphalt. And then they would give a recap of like all the benefits of things that can happen. And then they go, oh, so you're not going to pay all those prices. What you are going to pay is $399. And we can even do 3 easy payments of $125 each or $150 each. And they would just like recap everything so perfectly and so calm. It made it very easy for someone to go like, yeah, I could see myself shooting down a missile from the sky. I could see myself cutting down a tree in half with a laser. I could see torching my name in the asphalt. And then they would make the purchase. And this is why you should join my email list. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. You're like, Scott, how in the world do I use this? How in the world do I take care of this with my buyer? So like in the discovery phase, I'm just going to tell you that they have got problems with their service, whatever they have going on. They're going to say, I've got these problems, right? So before I roll into price, when I'm doing consulting, when I'm doing training, and I'll say, hey, when we had this discussion, we talked about you had a problem with people not closing in the right amount of time. You had people walking away from leads. You had people with mindset issues. And my product for you will alleviate all of those 3 things and give you a better sense of security, knowing that those deals are going to be closed. They're going to give you the right timing for the conversations. And at the end of the day, it's going to be more money for your bottom line. So for all those things included, for a 2-day service, it's $25,000. Okay. Placeholder number. And if I don't do that and I don't prepare the person and I just walk in, like kick down the door, I'm like, boom, 25 grand. People are like, oh, wait, what? This doesn't even make sense to me. This doesn't I don't even know how to comprehend this in my mind. So there's a power of a recap of explaining everything that's included with what you're doing. Now, if you're struggling as a salesperson, you were doing this previously, you should take a look and say, hey, what are the things that I was doing previously when I was successful in getting deals closed and closing deals and making things happen, right? And one of them was probably, and you may not even have known this, you were given a recap of the benefits for all the problems and pains that your buyer faced. Just slow the process down, have a really good conversation. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button. Click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow if this is social media. And 3, if this is somewhere cool, you could tag some friends or share with friends and say, you should really check out this Scott Sylvan Bell dude. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.